This week on The Dish, Chef Mario Pagan. He's nothing short of a culinary ambassador for Puerto Rico, the island where he was born and raised, now home to 4 of his fine dining restaurants, featuring food that tells a story through bold Caribbean flavors. Pagan's mission to elevate his island's cuisine led him to an up-and-coming neighborhood in San Juan, where he's transformed a former theater into a dramatic new restaurant. Manuel Bojorquez paid Pagan a visit during a special weekend that was the first of its kind for Puerto Rico.
Some of the food scene's biggest names stepped out last month for a first, a wine and food festival in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Helping to bring a festival like this to the island and showcasing its flavors has been a labor of love for Chef Mario Pagan, a journey that began in his mother's kitchen.
I've always said that my inspiration has been all the women in my life. You know, my aunts, my tias, my abuelas, right? My mom. Get in the kitchen, gossip of what was going on, and cook at the same time. Every time I smell something I like, it takes me back to that.
Right back to his childhood here in San Juan. He left in 1989 to study architecture in Miami, but realized food was always his calling.
What was it like to transition from architecture to cuisine?
Well, very difficult with my parents.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they weren't a fan. They weren't a fan because, I mean, they were the ones to push me into architecture. And when I told them that I was changing to be a cook, they weren't happy.
They eventually came around when Pagan's profile started rising. He found a mentor, the so-called godfather of modern Puerto Rican cuisine, Alfredo Ayala. Pagan eventually purchased Ayala's restaurant, Chayote. It's what he also named his first restaurant on the U.S. mainland near Orlando, where he continued to develop his modern take on Puerto Rico's roots.
Puerto Rican cuisine is, you know, a mixture in between our cultures, from the Taino Indians to the Spanish conquistadores to the African slaves. I mean, we have a very rich culture.
Pagan now has 5 restaurants, including 4 in Puerto Rico, among them La Central, an open-fire concept centered around rum.
The fact that this was an old theater, in some ways your food is now the performance, right?
Exactly.
We spoke with him at his latest venture here, Mado, where he's serving up Asian, Latin, and Caribbean flavors.
I want to tell you a story with this, and I want you to close your eyes and just flow with it. And that's my philosophy about food, is, as I said, I like to have fun.
That being said, it was time to let the good times roll. Our trip to Asia via San Juan started in his kitchen with the island's traditional dish, mofongo, typically made with plantains.
But why did you choose yuca instead of plantains for this?
Because the shrimp is a Pacific shrimp, and it's very delicate. So I think that what goes really well with this type of shrimp is yuca.
The creamy and starchy root vegetable is mashed with garlic, salt, a compound butter, cilantro, and shiso leaves from Japan.
It's all about the motion. You start, you know, mashing it.
It's a dance.
It's a dance.
The shrimp are topped with a sofrito foam and dried Japanese plum. It's one of several dishes we had the pleasure of tasting.
You're right, though. The yuca is the perfect complement to the shrimp. It doesn't overwhelm.